So Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Tanner Adell today. What's going on? How are you?
Hi, so good.
It's super exciting time for you this summer because your mixtape is finally out and you're finally putting out music for everyone to hear. So how's everything been for you this summer so far?
It's been a whirlwind. It has been so busy. I've been playing a ton of shows, a ton of festivals. It's been amazing. And then on top of that, having a project come out is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I really want to talk about Buckle Bunny in depth because, I heard that this is the first thing for country music with a mixtape. And I pull up Apple Music and I listen to the title track and I'm like, these are my favorite genres put into one. Like, I love it. And then you're like Beyonce with a lasso. And I'm like, where has this girl been for all of music? Like, this is awesome. So you need to tell me all about your musical beginnings and how you blended, hip hop and R&B and country to make this record.
Yes. I mean, it all happened very naturally. It's honestly just my personality. I grew up listening to all different kinds of music, including country music. My dad really educated me in jazz and disco. Disco was one of my favorites. And, I grew up early 2000s, so I feel like you got Britney. I always say, I'm like, if Britney Spears and Josh Turner had a baby, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
And,
it. I see it in the music, yeah.
here I am all grown up. I get that comment a lot, like, where have you been? I'm like brand new. I started releasing music 2 years ago. I moved to Nashville 2 years ago to pursue country music and country music my own way, as I like to say, because my mixtape is pretty telling as to, I think, where I get my influences from. But yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to Destiny's Child and Keith Urban and Montgomery Gentry, like all of it, all over the place.
I love that. Now, what made you want to make that move to Nashville and be like, okay, I'm actually going to pursue this? Because I know you moved during the pandemic when it was such a crazy time for music and just everyone in general.
Yes, well, I was at school at Utah Valley University, and my voice coach was like, why are you still in school? She's like, you need to go and you need to just do it. And so that's pretty much what I did. I had a friend who lived here, and he was going to manage me for a little bit, help me get into some writing rooms, and he worked his butt off to get me into a writing room. And that room was with Andrew Bayless and Michael Whitworth. It was one of my first writes, and I wrote Country Girl Commandments, and it got kind of sent around to publishers, and everyone was like, who is this? And that was in my first week of moving to Nashville, and it opened up so many other doors for me to write with so many more people, and ended up being why I think I am where I am now, and why I think it has gone so quickly for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like you said, it's crazy how all these doors open and it is meant for you. Like I keep saying, there's nothing out like this on the market right now. So how does that feel for you knowing that you are setting this precedent for a totally different type of country music in our space here in
Yeah.
Nashville?
I mean, I think it's needed. Growing up, I'm half Black, half white. I grew up half in California, half in Star Valley, Wyoming. Grew up half with my adopted family, and I found my birth family. I've always been a blend of so many things. And I think there are just, not even I know, because I hear it every single day, that there are so many more people that want to experience country music, and they're just not getting what they want out of what Nashville is giving right now, which is very traditional. I mean, we have a lot of people moving into the pop country space, but we're seeing a lot of the same thing for the last 100 years. And there are a lot of people in the world that want to hear more. And that's really my goal, is I want to create a community of people who said, I didn't think I could like anything remotely country, but I love this.
Yeah. For sure. Now you need to take me through. It's an 8-track mixtape.
Yes.
What's the story that you're trying to tell with this? Is it kind of maybe based off your personality? Like, because I know artists have hidden messages in their music.
Yes. I wanted it to be a real mixtape, mix of sounds, mix of feelings. And that's really like who I am. As a person, like I said, I'm a blend. I'm never just gonna do the same thing twice. I write completely off of my mood. So sometimes I'll go into a writing room and be like, I'm writing Buckle Bunny. And then other times, like with I Hate Texas, it was an idea that I had texted my producer about the night before. And I was like, I have this idea. Went in and we talked for like 2 or 3 hours before even writing the song, because it was a very, very personal song to me. So it kind of just depends on the mood too with my writing.
Oh, I love that. I have to talk about Trailer Park Barbie though. I listened to it and I'm like, this song is so good. Like, and perfect for now, like with the Barbie movie out and a Barbie core and things like that.
Yeah.
Was that kind of planned or not?
No, it wasn't even planned. I wrote that song almost 2 years ago. And at the beginning of the year when we were putting together the whole mixtape, it was one of the ones that we wanted to put out, and it just so happened to literally drop at the same time as the Barbie movie, and it just was perfect. That was just universe. Like that was beyond my power.
Right? Have you been putting it on TikTok, and have you been getting some feedback with your music on TikTok? Because I know you do have a following on there.
Yes, so funny. I just opened my TikTok right before this, just to see what's going on. I posted a couple things last night, and I opened it up, and the Trailer Park Barbie that we're actually talking about, I posted a video of me performing it live in Utah last night, and I guess it's going a little viral. So it's got like 120,000 so far, which, but a lot of people are seeming to vibe with it. So I'm not surprised. That song is so fun.
No, like I said, it's just bop after bop. You really, you hit the nail on the head. It's something with like the Gen Z and the millennials that we kind of like with pop culture, and country music is kind of getting in that pop culture space now. So I really hope that everything continues to take off for you. And you're even signed with Sony Columbia in New York, not even Nashville. So you can cross on those different genres, which is great.
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah. Now, who would you say you'd love to collab with? Because I feel like the opportunities are endless with you and your sound.
That's so in country music or outside of country music or
both. If you could make a mixtape of anything, who would you want to on your track?
Oh, okay. This is probably going to be hilarious. Beyonce.
Yes.
Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Combs. Oh my gosh, Luke Combs and Lady Gaga on a ballad together. I don't know why that hasn't been done. Luke Combs, Kane Brown.
Yes.
Mickey Guyton.
Yes.
That is gonna be a fire mixtape.
It would be. That would be. I know you said you've been playing live shows. How's that been for you? And are there any more in the future where people could check you out?
Yes, I have tickets in my bio right now for a couple shows that we have coming up. Been playing, like I said, all summer. I've played over 20 shows so far, and it has been an absolute dream. It's been a blast. It's always fun there's a group of people who know who I am that are screaming the words. And then there's always a group of people that have no idea who I am. And it takes a second for them to warm up to me. And as I go on in my set, you start seeing a little bit of movement and the feet are tapping, and then they're sold by the end of it. They're like, okay, yeah, that was fun. I get it. It's always fun seeing people kind of go through a little bit of a shock factor.
Yes,
sure.
I mean that was me when I opened up Apple Music and started listening to the mixtape. I'm like, okay, let me see what this is. I thought maybe it was kind of like a Breland vibe, and then I listened to lyrics and I'm like, yes, like this is it. Like I love this.
Totally. I love it.